Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Friday Night Magic. Ooh. So, Patreon Day, as you can see here. This week, we have James Sowell. I think it was Sowell. I think he corrected me last time I said his name. But, if you recognize that name, and, you should, it's because this is the guy that sent us the art for this playmat. So, it's pretty sweet.
The glorious Mr. Boopster.
Yeah, so we have to use it, of course. And you have a new one, too, it looks like.
Guess from John Yvonne's Kickstarter, the Unhinged Swamp.
Yeah. Did you get to pick Swamp, or is that just the one they sent?
No, you gotta pick which mat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So, aside from that, we're playing these two decks. We're playing Salvaged Goods, which is the one I have, and you're playing Kiki's Duplicity service. So Salvaged Goods is basically a sacrifice-themed artifact-based deck. So you got a lot of really interesting things there. It does run Salvage Titan, which is what the name is. And that's an exciting card that I've never actually played with before playing this deck. So kind of excited about that. And yours?
And then Kiki's Duplicity service is like a Kiki Pestermite list, but also running like Eldritch Evolution as a way to cheat out creatures and then just having more value filled as well.
Yeah, makes sense.
Incidental win is always an option.
Yeah. Yeah, and the art here, in case you didn't recognize it, it's Mox Opal. I didn't bother doing the entire background, because there's actually a lot to that background, and it wouldn't have looked like much anyway, but yeah. I'm quite fond of how this one turned out.
Yeah.
I've actually wanted to do a Mox Boopster for a while, so it's pretty exciting stuff. Yeah, so to decide who goes first, I'm just going to move these off to the way, so we have some space to work with. I also bought these at my local game store. These are just $2 little packs that they had, and we're just going to see who does better. So, do you care which one? Do you want to switch with me?
I don't think it matters.
I don't think it matters either. And this is just going to be a subjective, who do we think did better across the two of us?
Could be anything.
Could be. So these are supposed to be either rares or playable things. So, that's exciting. Wow!
Oh!
Foil Mythic Warden of the First Tree. I mean, it's the pre-release version. So
Broodmate Dragon.
Okay. Next, I've got a Rune Chanter's Pike.
And this kind of give it away, but I have a foil Hair of Falconwrath.
And your last one, mine is... Well, you can go first, because I went first the last two times.
Ugin's Insight.
Ugh.
Yeah, not very exciting.
I have a Breaching Leviathan, which I don't even want to read, because it's costs 9 mana. But I think...
Oh, and it has a cast trigger. Ouch.
Yeah. It's the worst. I think I win just by rarity. You got 2 rares and an uncommon. I got a foil mythic and 2 rares. So I think based on that, I should probably win this one.
And this is obviously a sweet card.
It is, too. Broodmate Dragon's really cool, too. But we only had one of these, and I think we have like 4 or 5 Broodmate Dragons, so...
So this one is miscut.
Ooh, that's true. It is miscut. That's tough.
I think the foil mythic still wins.
I think I still got it, because foil mythic.
Foil mythic.
It's probably not worth money, but whatever. Alright, so that was that. I'll be going first, and we'll see you in Game 1. Alright, Game 1. Show my hands. It's so weird playing with different mats. I'm not used to seeing this. So that's what I've got. Not terrible. Go ahead.
And we've got... those. Whoop.
Alright, so I'm going to lead with a Dark Steel Citadel. I almost said Dark Slick Shores, but that's not a thing. And a Mox Opal. And a Terrarian tapped. Pass the turn. I do have Metalcraft, but can't really use this yet.
Draw for turn. Breeding Pool untapped. And Serum Visions.
Sounds good.
So, draw. And scry 2. I think those are both going to the bottom.
Alright. That's what we like to hear.
Enter go.
I just need to find some gas. Draw a card. I mean, that's gas, but I can't afford it. So, blue and colorless for an Ethereum Sculptor. And that's it. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw for turn.
By gas, I didn't mean a 4-drop that I can't cast.
Wooded Foothills. Correct that. Go to 17. I think that will find us a mountain.
Okay.
And a Sylvan Caryatid.
Sounds good.
Churro.
We both have 2-mana accelerants. Draw a card. Although that makes mine a little better, so we'll play that for free.
Yeah.
Play this for 1. Play this for 1, so Ichor Wellspring draws me a card. That's free. Yeah, that turned out good. Then...
My god.
we will get a Salvage Titan, sacrificing this, and Terrarian, I think, at this point. So, when all's said and done, we're going to draw 2 cards and do 2 damage to you.
15.
So, draw, and draw. And that's free. No point in attacking. Go ahead. All that, didn't find a land.
Untap.
Which is kind of the one thing I was looking for.
Draw for turn.
But whatever. Flooding the board with stars and spell bombs is fine too.
Serum Visions.
Yep.
Draw. Scry 2. I think we're going to leave 1 on top, 1 on the bottom. And it is your go.
Looks like you're struggling with mana a little too. Draw a card. There's one. Here's a swamp. Here's a Disciple of the Vault. At least an attempt at one.
Yeah.
Though I don't know what counters you could have for 3 mana. Or for 2 mana. Unfortunately, the thing has hexproof, so I have no way of getting it off the table. Dash.
Block 1 of it.
Okay.
Tap for a blue. And return that to your hand.
Oh.
And you lose a life.
I see. 19. Didn't know you were running snags. That's interesting.
And I guess before the combat step ends, I'm also going to bolt that. So you can't cast by sacrificing.
I will Spellbomb the blue version, return target creature to its owner's hand in response. So this gets sacrificed, you lose a life. That goes to
14.
my hand. How important is it to have this in play? I guess fairly. Enough that it's worth sacrificing one thing. So I'm going to sacrifice one of these stars. So I'm going to draw a card, add a black, and I'm going to recast Disciple of the Vault. Is that all fine?
Yeah.
Oh, that's free. Sweet. Another other spell one. Go ahead.
Untap.
Did not know you were
Draw
running
for turn.
snags. That's interesting. Bit of a snag, one might even say.
Scalding Tarn. What is best here? Crack this, going to 13.
Mm-hmm.
Find another mountain.
Yeah, bouncing the Titan's annoying, because if you manage to just kill it, I can get it back pretty easily, but having cheap bounce spells for it's kind of sucky.
I mean, it does give you the sacrifice outlet again, though.
True. It does give me three sacrifices, but that's also 3 things I have to sacrifice, and right now, only one of them gives me value, so that's not great. I mean, I guess they all give me a little bit of value with the cycle out.
Yeah. 4 mana for a Huntmaster of the Fells.
Sure.
Game 2 going to 15. Get a wolf.
Sounds good.
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. Exactly what I needed. Oh, boy. Okay. We're gonna crack star, getting a blue mana, so you lose life, and I draw a card.
14.
Oh, thank God. Spire of Industry. So, colorless, black, doesn't matter. For a Tezzeret agent of Bolas. And what will I do?
Well, I think it matters that one of those was a blue. Oh, no, wait, you cracked it for a blue, right?
Yeah, I cracked it for a blue. He'll just go up to 4, I think. So look at our top 5. Oh boy. Not a lot of options there, huh? I guess a Ravager. Which is fine. There's nothing I can cast this turn for free, fortunately. And I don't have good attacks. So what do I do? Pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw for turn.
Huntmaster, of course, does not flip because I cast the thing.
For a Tezzeret.
For Tezzeret. Probably just have a bolt for it. So, what do I do? If you have a bolt for it, I'm going to look silly. If you don't have a bolt for it... Cards in hand?
5 cards.
You've used 1 already. I think I... It's tough. I think at this point, I don't have enough artifacts that Disciple's really going to do all that much anyway, and I think having a Tezzeret alive potentially is a little bit better. Mind you, if you have a bolt... If you have a bolt and I double block to keep it alive, you're going to put it to 1, but it still lives. But I lose both my guys. They just get eaten. Or I can block 1 to potentially keep it alive. Then if you have a bolt, it dies anyway, and I still lose 2 things. It's just one of them is a Tezzeret instead. If you don't have a bolt, the correct play is probably double block something. But you probably have it, because you always have it. So honestly, the thing that leaves me with probably the best results are to do this.
Double block?
Yep, block each of them.
Yeah.
Because this way, even if you have a bolt, I at least get to keep a Tezzeret, which is a little more higher impact than a 1-2 and a 1-1 at this point, because that's really all they are.
And I don't have a bolt in my hand. Eternal Witness.
Yeah.
Now I do.
Sure. Okay, so that was the correct play
Bolt
then.
Tezzeret.
Because any other sequence would have left me with a 1-2 or a 1-1. instead
Granted,
of
he
a
wasn't going to
Tezzeret.
drain me for too much, but I figured I may as well whittle him down.
Well, that was the other thing, too, because I knew he was going to be taking some damage regardless. Probably. Untap. Draw a card. So now if I just kind of use him as an engine instead, that might work out a little bit better. So, I'm going to do that. Look at my top 5. Which one of these do I want? This one gives me a lot of shenanigans, I suppose. So that's pretty good. I'll take a... Where do I take this one? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take a Ethereum Sculptor. I know I just threw one away, but after looking at this, it's probably alright to get one. So that's the one I'll get. And we will attempt to cast it.
Yeah.
And then for 1 mana, we will go for a Ravager.
A little annoying.
A little bit. And I have not played a land this turn, so I will. Here's an island. And go ahead.
Untap. Keep. Draw for turn. The Ravager's a little annoying.
Yeah.
You can't grow too big, though.
That's true. But attacking Tezzeret's an interesting proposition, because I do have this Spell Bomb. So it's not quite as trivial as it was last time.
Yeah. For Tezzeret.
For Tezzeret, huh? Let's get that wolf token out of there.
Ceases to exist.
Then... do I just let him take 2? That doesn't seem super exciting, but maybe I do. Since I don't have a sack outlet in play, I think... as weird as this may sound, I'm going to block that.
Okay.
It's actually 2 counters, I believe, right? Oh no, you only get 1 when you sacrifice the thing to it. So do I want to do that first, actually? Hang on, let's set this back up.
If you sacrifice him to himself, he gets that counter. I thought. No,
he wouldn't get the counter. But I do have these that I can sacrifice to, which is what I'm debating here. Because I can potentially keep this alive by sacrificing both Opal and Citadel, but that leaves me with 3 lands, which isn't great. But for most things, it's good enough. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to sacrifice these 2 before damage to make this a 3/3.
So I'll move 3 counters over, huh?
Well, it moves nothing because it's bigger than the 2/1.
Oh, so yeah, so it
just
doesn't
eats
die.
the 2/1.
In that case... it's your go.
Okay.
On your upkeep, because no spells were cast.
That is
He
true.
transforms. And 2 damage to you, 2 damage to that.
Are you going to redirect?
Oh yeah, I can redirect the damage. So yeah, 2 damage to Tezzeret.
I kind of forgot that was going to flip, to be perfectly honest. So that was actually a bad attack. I'm going to sacrifice that to this, of course. That doesn't fizzle the whole thing, right? Because it hits a player.
No, because it deals
then,
you and then up to 1 target creature that player controls.
Yeah. So obviously, sack that to that.
Yeah.
So that was on my upkeep, right?
Yes.
So then I draw a card.
Yeah, your spell bomb is not actually a spell.
So that's a 4/4, yeah? For colorless, let's try for a scrap trawler.
We shall remand that.
I got remand too. Jeez. How annoying. Alright, go ahead.
Untap. Upkeep, since we both only cast one spell, he doesn't flip.
No flippage.
Draw.
I knew you had Supreme Will. I didn't know you had remand.
Island. Four.
15.
Do I like that? Or is that better? So many choices.
Mm-hmm.
Sylvan Caryatid.
Yep.
Enter O.
Untap. Draw for turn. Now, try for it again. Scrap trawler?
This time, it's getting the Supreme Will.
Ah. So you had both. Great. My
The
favorite.
remand drew the Supreme Will.
Of course it did. Attack for 4.
Yeah, we'll have to take that. Go to 10.
Go ahead. Again, no flippies.
Untap.
One thing each. Fortunately, I don't really win this. Well, I actually do win this race straight up. but-
Draw for turn. Well, I do have the blockers, though.
Yeah, true. And you have more cards in hand than mana. So in that sense, probably not getting through with just what I have in play, but we'll see.
Green, green, red. For an Eternal Witness.
Yep.
We'll get back this Vapor Snag.
Ah,
Vapor Snag your Arcbound
you're
Ravager.
the worst person I've ever met. 14.
And 4.
10.
It's your go.
Let me guess, you're running 2 of these and you drew both.
Yeah.
Yep. Draw a card. Ugh. Disciple Ravager.
Oh, I guess he flipped back because I cast 2 spells.
Yeah. Do these both resolve, or do you have yet another remand?
No, those can resolve.
Oh boy. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw for turn. Ghost Quarter. Three mana for Bounding Kaszas,
Yep.
which will tap him.
Why not?
And green, green, red for an Eldritch Evolution on
Boy,
my Master.
this must be nice. It must be nice to be able to do things. Ugh. That's pretty good, actually. So that'll get... I think you just win now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a whole bunch of 3/3s.
Yep. Might want to explain it. Still. Although I'm sure a lot of people have probably faced a Kiki in their day. But, yep.
Yeah. So now with Kiki, I can tap to make a copy of this creature. Mm-hmm. And then when he enters, he can tap or untap target creature, which will be this Kiki.
Yep.
And then we do that about a couple 100,000 times.
Yep.
And the last one will tap down your other blocker, because
Sure.
And attack for a lot.
We'll sacrifice this before damage. to itself to dome you for 1.
11.
And then I will take Infinite. Yeah.
Ooh.
Fun. Well, that was game 1. I just realized something. So, last turn, you basically wiped my board. Then the next turn, you just killed me on the spot immediately.
Yeah.
Great. Anyway, so that was game 1. And we'll see you in game 2. Alright, game 2. Show my hand. Gonna try my best to not be tilted by that last game, but we'll see here. That one's fine. Reasonable hand. Go ahead.
And we've got those. Whoop.
Alright, so I'm gonna lead with a Dark Slick Shores and a Terrarian. Go ahead.
Draw for turn. Forest. And a bird.
Okay.
Turgo.
Draw. Oh, that's pretty good. Island, Sculptor, Terrarian, Star. Go ahead.
Untap.
As fun as it is to play free stuff, it'd be a lot better if I had a way of abusing the free stuff.
Island. Farhaven Elf to find a mountain.
What a
Tapped.
weird thing.
Yeah, he had a wood elf in the list, and I had to replace it with a Farhaven elf because we don't have any wood elves.
How do we not have any wood elves? Isn't that in, like, every core set that's ever been printed?
It was in core sets up to 9.
Oh, I guess they
yeah.
switched it over
I
to
didn't even
Borderland.
realize it was modern legal.
Yeah.
But it apparently is, and it can find a forest and puts it into play untapped, but we don't have any, so I gotta find a basic tap.
Sure. Why not? Good?
Yeah.
Untap. Draw a card. Oh, okay. Ichor Wellspring. Draw a card. Play Dark Slick Steel Citadel as my land for turn. Ravager. 1.
19.
Go ahead.
That's 2 Ravagers.
It's 2 Ravagers, but I don't have any, like, things that abuse artifacts going to the graveyard other than them themselves. So
Yeah, other
we'll
than
see.
like a whole bunch of card draws, though.
Yeah. Like, if I rip, like, a Salvage Titan off the top, I'm great. If I get a land or, like, another one of these. Actually, that wouldn't be too bad either.
Serum Visions.
Yep.
One on top, one on the bottom.
All right.
Serum Visions.
Okay.
Draw that. Scry 2. That's not going to matter. We'll put them on the bottom, though. Because Misty Rainforest. And Jurgo.
All right, so could face potentially 2 removal spells. Draw a card. That's a good way back in. Thought cast. Draw
Yeah.
2. Play this as my land for the turn. Here's something interesting. Scrap Trawler.
Oh.
Okay, so that's interesting. I actually suppose I didn't really have to play the Citadel this turn, come to think of it. Because I could have sacrificed the other one and then got it back. Although, how would I have known?
Of course you can, yeah.
Because I drew this and that. Okay. Can I do any wacky, crazy shenanigans here?
I mean, sacrifice the Citadel, then you sacrifice one of the Star Terrarion, and then you sacrifice the Ichor Wellspring.
And then the Trawler itself can get back a Ravager. And
of course you may draw cards in the meanwhile.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna start by sacking...
No, you want to go bottom up, or lowest up.
Oh, the last one won't get me anything back. Yeah, that's right. So I guess, actually, I'm gonna lose out on one land drop, but I think the smartest decision is to sacrifice this to this.
Yeah.
Put a counter on it. And then I can't get anything less than 0 back, obviously. So I'm going to... Yeah, and then a Terrarion to this one, which will get back the Citadel.
And draws you a card.
And draws me a card. Should be that. Then... yeah, okay. The Wellspring to this one, which will get back the Terrarion and draw a card. I will replay both Terrarions because they're free. Well, that Terrarion and the one I drew. Then... okay, so I could... Can't really loop those anymore. I can do one more thing here, I suppose. And with what's in my hand, maybe that's not a bad idea. Sack this one to this Ravager.
Yep.
Sack a Terrarion to this Ravager. Get back the Citadel.
Draw a card.
Draw a card. Well, that would have been good before, but that works, I guess. Disciple of the Vault. So now... see, that can get back that, which can get back that, potentially. Did I have Disciple out when I did that?
The Witch.
What was the last thing I did?
You sack Terrarion to draw a card, and then you cast Disciple.
Oh, okay. Just making sure I didn't miss any Disciple triggers. Kind of forgot when I did that. We will just bash with...
Well, before combat.
Oh, yeah, sure. Go to combat.
Crack Mr. Rainforest, going to 18. Just because you have a Disciple on the board now, I think we're just going to get an island. And Bounding Kaszas to tap the big guy.
Sure. So, declare tax. These I played this turn?
Yeah.
So I can send in these two. Send in these two.
Okay, how much can you drain? Potentially, you could drain up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So really, I'm at 11. But they could also hit.
And of course, if you let one through, I can do all my shenanigans now.
Yeah.
It hits for a lot.
So I take 7 from the sacking, but I'd also end up taking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have to block here.
Mm-hmm. I think you have to block both, or I can...
Yeah,
probably just kill you.
that is correct. That's unfortunate.
So, like that.
Like that.
Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, sacrifice this Ravager to itself. And then we're going to move the counters onto this.
Well, why wouldn't you sack it to this to just bump him?
Because I want my sculptor to stay alive.
Yeah, but you sacrifice that Arcbound Ravager to this one, and then those modular counters go here, but this guy gets a counter too.
Oh, yeah, that is how it works, right? Because, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Sacrifice this one to this one. That goes to 4. These 4 counters get moved to this. That happens, gets me back a Terrarian, because an artifact went to the graveyard, and you lose a life.
17.
Okay. And then those eat.
Let's get eaten.
So there's not really any point to doing more of those. So then we will cast that Terrarian for free. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw for turn. I don't think you're good enough, bud.
Yeah, for some reason I forgot that you can put modular on
Breeding pool
something
15.
different than where the counter goes.
And he was still incarnated.
Yep.
And here's the spell that if you didn't make me double block, I would have killed you with this thing. Eldritch Evolution.
Sure. So you can go get up to a 4.
Will be this Huntmaster.
Okay.
Going back up to 17. Enter go.
So
Yeah, I needed both the Farhaven Elf and Bound and Kaszas alive.
Yeah. Okay, here's a Darksteel Citadel. Here's a Perilous Mirror for 1 mana. Okay. You're at 17. Go to attacks.
Yep.
Boosh with these. Block like that. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Remember to start with your land.
Yeah. 3. You have 1 mana up. I mean, that's not getting bolted anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. So, yeah, we will start this chain here. Sacrifice that to the Ravager. Puts that to 5.
16.
Yeah, can you do that? Actually, I suppose a quicker way would have been Perilous Mirror one of your blockers, but this works too. So, then we will Terrarian to the Ravager. So,
15.
take 1. I get back Darksteel Citadel and draw a card off the Terrarian. Okay. That works too. Then I suppose we can just go for... Is there a nicer way to do any of this stuff? Get back that. Probably not really. So, another Terrarian. Put that to 7.
14.
Draw a card. Another Terrarian.
13.
Draw a card. Chromatic Star.
12.
Draw a card. So that was two more things or 3 more things? It's 2 more things. It's up to 9. Okay, then we can Perilous Mirror.
11.
And that'll get back a Terrarian.
I assume you're just going to shoot me with them.
What? Sorry?
With the 2 damage from the Perilous Mirror.
Yes, just shooting you with
9.
that. So you're at 9. I could just move these counters over. But what fun would that be? So, Scrap Trawler to Ravager.
8.
which will get back a Perilous Mirror. And...
Taking 5 so far.
Yeah. Just that.
Go to 3.
Obviously, I can just move the counters to this and kill you, but this way is more fun. Because we can go free. I don't even remember if I played a land this turn. I feel like I
don't
probably
think you didn't.
Did I not?
No.
Okay. Citadel. Doesn't really matter, because I've got all the mana to do this anyway. So, Perilous Mirror for 1, Perilous Mirror for 1. And then we will sack this to draw a card.
2.
Ooh, sweet. Opal. We will sack this to draw a card.
1.
Play that for free. Push your wolf. Although, wasn't the wolf dead anyway?
No, because you sacked the scrap trawler.
Oh yeah, that's right. To do my chain. That's correct. Yeah, and I'll just sacrifice Perilous Mirror then. Why not?
Go to 0.
Woo! Took one. Thank you, Arcbound Ravager. Did good.
And like the turn before, I would have just Eldritch Evolution win.
Yeah, that was an intense game. Alright, so that was game 2, and we'll see you in game 3. Alright, game 3. Go ahead.
We've got those. Whoop.
And for me, this is what I got. Go ahead.
Wooded Foothills. Sure go.
Dark Slick Shores. Go ahead.
End of your turn. Crack that going to 19. To find a stomping ground.
Alright.
Tapped. Untap. Draw for turn. Misty Rainforest. Crack that going to 18. This one we'll just find an island.
Okay.
And our mana dork.
Sure.
Turgo.
It's a good one, too, because I can't do anything to it. Darksteel Citadel. Mox Opal. Baker Wellspring. Draw a card. Turning on the Opal. Fortunately, what can I do with it? not really much anything. We could get one of those, but that doesn't seem good. Pass turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Mountain, enter go.
Okay. Draw. Here's my land for the turn. Island. Ravager.
Ravager. Yeah. I'm gonna remand that.
Sure.
Fortunately, I think you can just recast it.
But do I? Do I? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Go ahead.
End of your turn. Bolt it.
Yeah, of course. All right.
Do you want to draw the card first or no?
No. I want Metalcraft for certain.
Untap. Draw for turn.
I mean, I technically could have kept this alive by sacrificing these and that, but that doesn't seem very good.
Yeah, I figured if you really wanted that,
Yeah.
you had to destroy your mana base.
The other thing is then you'll probably just Vapor Snag it, so probably not worth it.
Can't do both, huh?
Yeah, what's kind of rough about this deck is knowing when to sacrifice things. Because half the time, like, if you go for a turn that's, you know, somewhat reasonable, like just sacrificing this to draw a card, for instance, and no value, then you'll end up with, like, oh, if I would have waited, it would have actually dealt damage or done something crazy.
Bird Intrigo.
Zap. Draw a card. Disciple.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it makes sense that you wouldn't sack it.
Perilous Mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughtcast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Ugh, 2 3-drops, huh? Go ahead.
End of your turn. Here's a Bounding Kaszas.
Sure.
Untap.
You gonna tap something?
Sure, we'll tap a Perilous Mirror. Draw for turn. That's not really what we want.
I think what you want is a Kiki G.
Exactly, that's what we'd like. So this turn... 3.
Mm-hmm.
Just 3.
Oh, okay. 17.
This bird shall become a bird.
Okay.
Intrigo.
Tap. Draw a card. That one's fine. Spire of Industry. We're gonna try for a Scrap Trawler.
Yep. I mean, you don't have a Sacro lit, at least.
True. Not currently. Okay. What can I do this turn? Okay, so... I guess I got kind of a rules question about this. So if I have a Salvage Titan, the sacrifice is its cost, correct?
Yeah.
So all these would go onto the stack on top of the Salvage Titan. Like the Scrap Trawler triggers, if the Scrap Trawler's in play.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then I should be able to cast this by sacrificing these 3 things. And that's part of its cost. So these are already in the graveyard when these are put onto the stack, so I can pick them?
Yeah, that should be how it works.
Okay, so I'm going to do that. So 2 to you, I draw a card, and, yeah. And then I have 3 Scrap Trawler triggers for all 3 of these cards that enter the battlefield. So, draw a card.
Yeah, one's for 0.
One's for 0, so it's useless. But the other 2, I mean, it can't do a lot, but I can get back that,
Yeah, you can get
I
back
suppose.
that.
So I will do that. Just wanted to make sure that was kind of how that worked. Okay. And you lose 3 life, of course. Disciple of Vault.
13.
Okay, so played that. So, I guess this is kind of a safe attack. Well, not if you have a if you have a Bounding Kaszas, I actually don't really care. Because Scrap Trawler did a good job so far, so I'm going to bash for 3.
Yeah, take it. Go to 10.
Then...
Yeah, and if you would have died, you just get an Arcbound Ravager back.
True. Pass turn.
End of your turn. Here is a Bound and Kaszas.
Oh, you did have one.
To tap him.
Okay.
Untap.
Yeah, I suppose that's not a very good trade for you. It's good for me. But...
Draw for turn. Green, red.
Oh, great.
Eldritch Evolution, one of the Bound and Kaszas.
So I just lost again. Great. 7 in a row. Man. I had you next turn, too. Like, absolutely had you next turn.
I mean, unless you got a Fatal Push for the other Bound and Kaszas.
No. I got nothing. I had 2/3 drops, which are perfect with scrap trawling. And another Salvage Titan to sacrifice a bunch of stuff. And some artifact lands. So I would have been in pretty good shape, but... Yep. You got me.
And, of course, we've already explained the Kiki Bound and Kaszas interaction.
Just make infinite 3/3s.
Make a whole bunch of 3/3s. Luckily, they're not artifacts.
Nope.
And
well, that wouldn't matter.
For
this
lethal.
is only when they go to the graveyard.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I'll take it. All right. What was I drawing? Perilous Mirror. That would have not really done a ton else, I suppose. But all right. So that was this matchup. I actually like both these decks.
Yeah, they're pretty interesting.
This one's basically just pod without pod, or like twin without twin. But
yeah, like
it's interesting enough.
Finding a way to play twins still,
basically
with Eldritch Evolution, which is pretty fancy.
Yeah, I like
which
that
is nice because it can return those duplicates of your 3 into a 5 if you have it, or the other weird 3s that you have.
And the thing I like a lot about this deck is this you almost never get to see anymore. Even in Affinity Shells, it's just too slow, which is funny.
It's too slow,
but it's good.
Affinity.
It's great in this deck, and I also
really like Scrap Trawler.
I do too.
Card.
And I really like Salvage Titan, which I've never played with it before, but it seems really cool in this shell. And I never
he
even
seems
got
really
to use
strong,
that ability,
and in a deck that would actually be able to kill him, he could probably be a lot more interesting. Whereas I was bouncing him in the first game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you kill him, and then like artifacts in my graveyard, unless I was planning on scrap trawling, don't really matter. So can totally use that to get him back, and then just sacrifice 3 more things, and it's sweet. Anyway, yeah. So thanks again to James Sowell, whatever, however you prefer to pronounce it, for this mat as well. So thanks again for that, and we'll see you next week.